welcome to another Atheists Having Cocktails with Christians. I'm back for number 4 with my good friend Roger Martinez, my homeboy. So, how you doing, man? I mean, we've been texting a lot the last couple months. Everybody's haven't really been able to kind of put the show on hiatus for a little bit just because I've been personally busy with things and whatnot. So, welcome back,
so everybody, I want you guys to have a great holiday season. And what I'm about to show you is the medicine is working. It's chemotherapy. It's made me go bald, but I don't mind the look. You know, I mean, everybody from Jeff Bezos to The Rock to everybody and their brother has this look. I don't think it looks bad on me, but I am going to let my hair grow out if it can. I mean, I feel a little nubs, but nothing like a full head of hair. So that's what's going on with the cancer. They say that this has happened because the chemo's working. So that's the good news. And again, I don't mind dying. I really don't. I mean, I've enjoyed life, and if I live another 10, 20, 30 years, which, the doctors are like, yeah, Roger, we're going to heal you. And I'm like, well, great. Can we get to that part of it? And, so I've been on morphine and oxycodone, and they're going to put me on the Oxycontin next week, just due to the, things that come along with cancer. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, when Christopher Hitchens got to the stage, he was on his way out. Mm-hmm. Me, they're saying that, no, I'm not on my way out. I'm just going through, this type of thing. So my thing for this short part 4 is to encourage everybody just to enjoy your lives, man, to not let religion rip you off of having a regular good life and enjoying your families and enjoying your friends and, everything that's happening in the world right now. Again, they're still murdering people in Northern Ireland, the Catholics and the Protestants. You see what's going on in Israel with, the Arabs and the,
Palestinians and
what are the ones in Iran? They're called.
I haven't really kept up a lot on this.
Okay, yeah. The Iranians are I can't believe I'm pulling a blank on that. They're a whole nother group into themselves. Anyway. Yeah. So, all those religions, man, I want to use the rest of my life to help kids not have to, deal with the things that are being pushed on them by religions, whether it's, Northern Ireland, whether it's Iran, whether it's, the Middle East, all the things that are going on. So, and so again, we sold over 100,000 albums. So we got like hardly any communication from people in these last 3 interviews during this year. And when I reviewed those interviews, we pretty much covered it, man. We covered a whole lot of stuff. And so what we're doing now is they just put out this Human Sacrifice 35th anniversary cover. And again, what's going on the Human Sacrifice cover, people, is that's a masturbator's hand. That's Bob Beeman's hand. And, so it's not some holy hand. It's, it's and I'm sure most of you probably masturbated more than he did. I don't know. Maybe so, maybe not. But the point being is don't let anybody, try and quell your life experience. Again, when I was a teenager, I had met my wife. We got married when I was 22. I guess actually I started dating her at 20, but, I was banging hundreds of women before I got together with her. And, so I just want you guys to really not have the hindrances that religion puts on you. I mean,
not the shame of sex or
exactly, whatever it is, man, just to go ahead and fuck them and fuck all that. And when they're trying to have you sing Amazing Grace that you were a wretch. No, you weren't. You're not a wretch. You're a normal human being. You've got a life to live. And, sure, get together with a good woman, man. That's my advice, man. Just, enjoy day in and day out. It's
going back to the 35th. What did you think of the presentation? What did you think of, what, I mean, the whole, my thing is I don't know Bill Rocks at all. We've messaged a couple times, and I mean that was cool that he sent you stuff, even though it should have been, no matter what. What's your take on them not even like reaching out to you? I mean, they obviously knew how
it was total
get a hold of you.
Total fucking bullshit, man. Yeah, he knows that I wanted those people who are buying, because they're still sending me royalty checks every quarter. Every 90 days, I get a royalty check, and he knows that I want the people who are buying these lyrics, because that's what I'm doing now, everybody. We're taking the whole Human Sacrifice album, and I'm redoing all the lyrics to make sense to, your day-to-day life, and not the religious bullshit that we are pushing on the first album, and or the other ones for that matter. I mean, again, it's and the good thing about it is that they didn't add the scripture references to any of this fucking bullshit. They sent people for hundreds of dollars. They want you to buy this little fucking box set here, and in the box set they send you a baseball card, because everybody has baseball cards. It's just fucking bullshit, man. And
I will say, Roger, as a collector of vinyl and things, I had Bill get you one. I bought myself one just because I'm a collector and whatnot. It was cool that there was the vinyl that was in there, the remastered CD. As a collector I know that you have more of a stance on it, but it was pricey for what it was. But I'm glad I have it in my collection. For me, just who I like to collect.
Yeah, but I get that, but I want to let everybody know what you're going to get from me is a free version of the album redone in 2024. I'm going to take the time to redo all the lyrics to the same songs. It's going to be the same music. And so I'm going to redo all of the lyrics. So I want you guys to be able to email us, what is it now? Vengeance Rising 2024 at gmail.com.
Yep.
Vengeance
Rising. Is that same phone number still applicable for people to reach out?
Exactly. So, and again, it's almost like this series doesn't exist, man, compared to, I got calls from people with kids and this and that, and I was really thrilled about that, but very few compared to the 100,000 albums we sold, not to mention all the letters that I had been writing people over the years. And, so I'm just here to be a support for those of you who just want to be able to, to talk to me and to see what's going on with, my life and the new lyrics, and help you not have to deal with the bigotry that religion imposes. So that's what in the first three interviews, we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Man. So, I'm pretty comfortable with that.
I've thought about that, Roger, about the lack of response on people. And I don't know. I think that just people, one, are intimidated of you because of how outspoken you are. You know what I mean? That's just my personal view. But also, I don't know. I think a lot of these, especially with a lot of the comments that are written. If you ever have time, man, just read through the comments. There's just a ton of just a lot of lip service of praying for you, this and this. The same old that they always say, but. For me, it doesn't, except for maybe 3 or 4 people I've messaged back and whatnot. I don't think they know how to argue. I don't think they're strong enough in their faith and in their knowledge of their faith to actually bring a decent conversation. Because that's so many times I've responded to people like, don't say what's just been taught to you. Give me your opinion. Give me something that I haven't heard before. And then we'll have a meaningful conversation. And it's very rare that it does happen.
And here's the other thing, man. My thing goes outside of the scope of religion. It's like, okay, I have a younger brother who's a piece of shit, man. He had a kid and he has not given, what do they call that? Alimony to the kid. He has not taken care of the kid. The kid's over 18 years old now. He didn't buy the kid a house. He didn't put the money together for his university. And it's like, my thing is, hey, if you got kids, fucking take care of your goddamn kids, man. Do something good for them and enjoy your life. Buy a house. Holy fuck. Just, don't just insult the world by fucking not enjoying the paradise that we here in the United States have. Again, I live in the climate of paradise, 360 days out of the year. It's like anywhere between 68 and 72 degrees. I eat the food of the gods. I mean, outside of this cancer shit and the again, when we first started this back in January, I said, "Oh, I should be walking by summer." Yeah, that didn't happen. It's gonna happen, but it's taking way. I'm in my second year now of being in bed every day, which you think it's a paradise. It's vacation, but it's not. It's not. I mean,
let me ask you this real quick, Roger. Even if people want to reach out, maybe knowing your real estate, expertise. What if somebody called you up and said, "Hey, Roger, man, throw me some ideas of how to get a good loan and who to deal with." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely have a whole crew.
Cool.
I have a whole crew nationwide. We have over 50,000 agents.
Nice.
And like I say, fortunately, I have the Pantera Crown Royale. There we go.
There you go.
So I've got some whiskey and some beers keeping me, on top of the morphine and the oxycodone and all of that to, keep me jovial, and all of that. But yeah, so it's one of those things where I just want people to know that I do intend on getting better and getting some new music done. And again, with my dude like Nuclear Blast and Metal Blade, they've got some badass new shit out, man. For those of you who haven't seen the YouTube videos from all their new acts, and we're from way back in the day. What your favorite band was? Napalm Death.
Oh yeah, Napalm. They're still the kings, man.
They're still releasing all sorts of cool ass shit, man. And people can go to YouTube and get all that stuff at no charge. Yeah. And son of a bitch, man. It's like so yeah, I would definitely encourage people again just to not have religion allow its talents to ruin what would otherwise be your freedom and your joy. And especially if you have kids, again, Joy Berry, who I had mentioned before, also 85 million books on how to raise kids, teaching them how to think and not what to think.
Yeah.
And so, with those types of references,
especially in the climate that we're having where the religious right is coming against, personal freedoms when it comes to, transgendered and homosexuals. I mean, these are the same things that we've been hearing as a kid. You know what I mean?
Roe versus Wade, dude. Roe versus Wade was overturned because, because Ruth Bader Ginsburg wouldn't retire, and now then they got somebody else on the court, and now it's all fucked up. And it's like, holy shit, man. If it affected my life, I would really be pissed off.
Oh, definitely.
I can see for those people who did, because I remember when I was a teenager, the girl that Julie, I won't mention her last name because, for her privacy, she was pregnant with my child.
Mm-hmm.
And we had an abortion because we couldn't afford it. We didn't have any college monies for the kid. We didn't have anything for the kid. We were living in an apartment month to month. We were working in Hollywood. She was working on Melrose. I was working at the place called the Coffee Corner over in Farmers Market off of 3rd and Fairfax. And, we had abortion because it was the right thing to do. To bring a kid in when we had no money, we had no plans, no future. And shortly thereafter, I met my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was living with Julie. We had an apartment together, and then I met my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a whole thing into itself. And so it's like, had Roe versus Wade been overturned before then, I would have been screwed. And so would my kid. Mm-hmm. My kid would have been screwed. Because I would have had choices on things to do, like one of my younger brothers did. And he just didn't do the right thing. And I'm like, fuck, if you have a kid, do the right fucking thing.
Well, yeah. It's not only about quality of life for you and your partner. Yeah, it's not only quality of life for you and your partner, but it's what is also the quality of life. And let's break it down scientifically, man. It's not a fetus until many, 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 many weeks later. You know what I mean? The misconception of abortion is that Planned Parenthood is just, stealing babies left and right. Well, Planned Parenthood does about 90% education and about 10% abortions. You know what I mean? The abortion rate is so small in there, but they give so much free health care to women, to doctors that, to people that can't afford it. They're a great organization, and just the media and, the Falwells and whatnot have flipped the script and have given you people lies about what actually these people do. And I'm not saying that abortions don't happen, but these people give care to women. And as a woman, woman, but as a woman, you should definitely support organizations that if you're sick or you need something, they're going to be there and give you for free or at least a sliding scale to where you are able to be a healthy individual.
Right, exactly. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm fortunate to have been able to have that freedom when I was younger. And, I would have liked to have had, when I got married, the woman that I married, we had an agreement. She was going to give me around 8 or more children. And I banged her 2, 3, 4 times a day for years, and she never did. And she had already had abortions in her previous, when she was a teenager and all of this and that. And so, I didn't know that she would absolutely not keep her word to me so that I could have been a parent. I was looking forward to that. I mean, I wouldn't do it now.
Yeah.
But back then it was something that I thought would have been really good. It would have, it would have just been a different future, but I don't mind my future. I think I've had a great life. I think that I cannot complain one iota. And although it does look like, the doctors are, oh, Roger, you feel like shit right now, but we're going to get you past all this. And I'm like, oh, great. Well, I hope we can get to it. And until then, I'm sleeping 18, 19, 20 hours a day, man.
And that's the shit thing about chemo, man. It kills everything. But once it starts working, and if your body takes it and whatnot, you're gonna do better. You are.
That'll be the good thing. And
that's gonna be the great thing.
I mean, I have every tool, every piece of equipment here that I would need to gather an album and everything, and I just haven't done it because I just don't have the energy. I don't have the mental acuity to get it done, man. I can barely watch TV right now just to enjoy myself, just to relax.
And I'll do a little. Let's do a little update with everybody. Because we were talking about doing a 5th album at this point in time, and me and the player that I was working with, just it wasn't jamming together. We couldn't. I don't know. I've never written in a way without a vocalist, a drummer, a whole band. I've never done it that way. And I brought in my old guitar player, and I was hearing for what I wanted the 5th album to be was going to be very extreme. And what he was writing we just couldn't get on the same page. So
yeah, we definitely want to. I definitely still want to do that
right now and let Roger do his thing. And I still do on jamming with a couple guys and recording some stuff. And if it takes off, it takes off. And if it works, it works. But between him being a single dad and me working all the time and everything, it just wasn't it wasn't meant to be this year. So
right. So listen, man, we will be continuing in 2024 to work towards that, getting new material out. And I will be letting people know through this series and elsewise to keep an eye out for the new material, which I'll put together once I have the energy and the wherewithal to do it. Because like right now, I want to cut this interview super short only because the nausea and all this stuff. It's no fun. So why don't we go ahead and post this as interview number 4 and, put my phone down at the bottom for anybody who wants to call.
Yeah. One fun thing real quick. I thought your birthday was on the 6th. It's on the 14th, but do you have a Funko guy I made that you can show everybody? There we go.
Martinez. Yeah. There's my action figure. It's super cool. You should put a slide up or something.
Yeah, I'll take some pictures of it and text it to me. That way I'll add it into this. Because I don't also
you probably wouldn't notice it, but I was up to 340 pounds. I was bigger than most football players you're seeing in the NFL, and I dropped down to 200 pounds. I lost 140 pounds so far. So
nice.
I'm looking much better now. I'm feeling better in that respect. But so let's call it a night for now, bro.
All right, brother.
And go ahead and just shoot this out to me. And go ahead and post it
so
that people can know that I really appreciate those who have called. And I want to hear.
I want to hear from feedback. Roger wants to hear feedback, man. Pardon. That's the thing. And that's the thing. You've got the email. Roger has time. Shoot him the email. You know what I mean? I've had people shoot me emails like, "Oh, should I?" Like, yes. Shoot. And I've responded to him like, "Yeah." If you want to email Roger, email him, man. It might be a few days before he gets back to you, depending on how he's feeling, but he will get back to you.
Yeah, it's vengeancerising2024@gmail.com, and you got my phone number. So yeah, I would like 2024 to be a good year to really establish some cool ass shit. And so Simon, thank you so much, man, for being there. And I will touch base with you, shortly hereafter. Go ahead and send me a link to this once you post it.
Cool.
And if you can get the Joyberry slide on this one, that'll be super cool.
This one I will get the Joyberry one on. I guarantee you that one. I'll make sure that one happens.
All right, man. So I really appreciate all the care that you've shown and all the support you've been giving, and hopefully I'll be able to have a much better year in 2024. Even though the cancer shit is just it's a bitch, man. It's a fucking bitch. But doctors are saying I'm going to get past this, so I'm looking forward to it.
As soon as you're feeling good enough to get out of the house, man, I'm going to fly out there. We're going to go have some drinks.
Yeah, dude, that would be super cool, man. That would be super cool. I'd fly out and we can party out here on the beach. And
oh, yeah. Because you're down in Hermosa, right?
Hermosa, Manhattan, Redondo.
Yeah.
If you were to make a pyramid from those three, I'm like right at the top of it. I'm right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in the nice beach areas. So
it's super cool down there, dude. It's fucking paradise, man.
Yep. It is. All right, brother. Get some rest, and as soon as I get this going, I'll let you know.
All right, man. Good night.
Take care, bud.